First idea is supply chains. So China has made a model of a successful model of being a factory of the world, and today many companies depend on either raw materials or goods manufactured in China. Okay. Here you have an estimate by the OECD on the level of reliance on China in terms of supply chains. So this is the first contagion effect. If you rely on things made in China, such as Apple relies on Foxconn to make the AirPods, if China stops making these goods, you have to stop your production, and this impacts your GDP. First line of contagion, and this is obviously US is the most impacted country. This is more or less the typical issue that Trump had with China. He didn't solve it with tariffs, and probably will be solved with the coronavirus. The second impact here, if China is getting into a negative growth in the first quarter, this means that China is going to be importing much less from Japan, from South Korea, from Australia, from South Africa, from Eritrea, etc., etc. So second impact is exposure of GDP into China through exports. And there is a lot of asymmetry. The closer you are to China, the more you export into China. The far away you are from China, the less you export into China. Okay, so lower Chinese demand is going to be impacting asymmetrically. Third impact, Chinese tourism. The Chinese spend, I think, is $280 billion every year traveling to the other countries. This tourism is going to go down aggressively for obvious reasons. So who is receiving most of this tourism is basically the Southeast nations, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, etc., etc. And then fourth impact is the second derivative, which is once people are terrorized and they have panic in other countries, then they stop traveling, they stop spending, companies stop investing.